Hey guys, Magic Dave here again. So I've been working on World Project quite a bit lately. You might notice it's looking a bit different. It actually looks a bit weird out here, but what I've done is I've replaced the atmosphere, completely redone it. It's based on Eric Bruneton. It's his academic papers. He's also put up some source code with there's a number of different shaders. It's basically 9 different pre-computation shaders, and then obviously just the rendering, which is pretty simple. But it took me a while to get those shaders working. Probably about three days, I think, of just sort of banging my head against the wall, just really just trying to get my own code sort of sorted, with rendering to frame buffer objects and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, it looks a bit funny out here, but when you get down here, it's looking pretty good. I think it's a lot better than the last atmosphere, and especially so if I'm not actually rendering the sun at the moment, so you can't see the sun, you just sort of see a vague glow sometimes, but if I change the time of day, look at that. Isn't that nice? If I get down real low so to see how it all looks, and I've got it lighting up the terrain kind of semi-correctly, so you can sort of see that the sun sort of hits things sort of immediately and lightens them up, and there's sort of a orange haze, and so I'm pretty happy with that. Like I'm going to keep tweaking this for sure. Like there's no clouds even at the moment. It'd be kind of cool to try to light up some even just basic noise-based clouds or something. But it's definitely a good starting point. It's just so much better than that last atmosphere. So much more realistic. It's definitely very complex, but worth it, I think. And sort of when you start heading into the edge of space, it still looks really cool. I'm not really sure why it looks so weird out here. I think there's some kind of weird interaction. I think the atmosphere is quite thin, and maybe my mountains are too tall and they're all poking up through the atmosphere, because the taller mountains are kind of getting darker. I don't know. I'll work on that. The other thing that I've been working on is getting it working with the Oculus Rift, which I now have working, and it's working really well. I had to port this all to Windows. I'm running it on the Mac here, but it took me maybe a couple of days to get it running on Windows, and then I used the wrong Visual Studio, so I had to switch from using 2015 to 2013, and then everything just sort of worked. It was a little bit complicated, but I've got everything working with the right projection matrices and everything. So that's kind of cool. It's the frame rate isn't the best. Basically, I'm rendering it at like 60 frames a second here on the Mac at 1920 by 1200, but I can't get. I think I'm getting about 40 frames a second on Windows when I'm rendering to the 2 Oculus Rift displays. But that's okay. This is only a 680 MX graphics card. And there's plenty of time to improve things, but it still looks pretty good. Like just getting down and having a look around, and I tried making the eyes really far apart, like 100 meters further apart than normal, and it was cool because it kind of made you feel like it had this kind of god view going on, which I guess is another possibility that I might explore as part of the game mechanics. I'm still thinking a lot about that. But so I think I should probably leave the shaders alone for a bit, because I've been spending a lot of time on that, and actually get on to thinking more about gameplay. There's a bit of an artifact there on the horizon sometimes. I'm not sure. Hopefully that'll go away when I change things randomly. And obviously now at night time it's pitch black again, because I've just got to hack some nighttime colouring into that at some point. It'd be nice to have some stars too, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's probably enough. I just wanted to show off this new atmosphere because I just think it looks so much better. It looks really cool. And yeah, I guess we'll see what changes for the next episode. Cool.